Yeah, man. I just did a video on Facebook, but I'm about to chop it up for y'all YouTubers too. How this we actually on the psychological warfare. It's not even so much spiritual as they would have you believe it, or even physical. It is spiritual, but only to a certain extent, and it is physical. It's manifested in the physical ultimately. Probably started in the spiritual realm and is now manifested in the physical realm. But it's really, man, deep on a psychological level. Deep on a psychological level. That's why Dr. Umar Johnson constantly talking about the psychological warfare that's being, waged upon our young men and young women, but mainly our young black men. Okay, psychological. You know what I'm saying? With the mental illnesses they say we have, ADHD, ADDHD, all this garbage. I don't even know the name of them. But anyhow, the psychological warfare is like this. See, their heroes, they got people like George Washington. They got people, Mount Rushmore, people on the money. These are their heroes. Okay, they Christopher Columbus. Okay, they're not gonna put their heroes as people that were enslaved or people that help slaves, or people that I don't know any great white people that I would consider great. You know what I'm saying? But according to them, you know, their heroes, in other words, is entrepreneur type minds, slave masters, enterprising minds. Okay, these are white people heroes. Okay, they put black people heroes as ex-slaves, even revolutionary slaves, your Martin Luther Kings. Okay, they don't even mention Malcolm X. No, they don't even like to mention Malcolm X. But they gonna tell us, hey, black people, your heroes are gonna be slaves and ex-slaves, and we'll even give you revolutionary slaves. But your heroes are not going to be kings and queens in Africa. That's not going to be your hero. Black people, your history only go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 years. That's it. That's it. I know we digging up y'all bodies of that's thousands of years old, and I know we digging up y'all bodies in Kemet, that's millions of years old. But y'all history only go back 3, 4, 500 years. Okay, forget about all that stuff that we find in Africa and all over the world that belong to black people. Forget about that. Okay, that we gonna keep and make money off of it. That's our history. Okay. Anyhow, the psychological warfare is that we are being attacked psychologically, emotionally, and psychologically. Okay? We're being attacked psychologically and emotionally. All right? Pretty much, they're not going to put anybody on a $20 bill or $100 bill or on our money. They're not going to give us leaders like Mansa Musa to look up to. I would rather put Mansa Musa on a $20 bill or $100 bill or even a penny, okay, than anybody else. Not I love, that they're gonna put Harriet Tubman. It's not to knock that, but the psychological warfare is that, hey, all y'all were slaves. That's all y'all were. Y'all were never the richest people on the earth. Y'all were never that. They don't want us to know that. If black people really knew that, knew their true history, it would change our psyche. It would change our psyche. Okay? But they want to keep our psyche as that you were slaves. That's it. Even if you were revolutionary slaves, they want to keep in our minds, hey, you were a slave. You were never the richest person on the planet. Okay? We were. They're gonna say no. We were. We white people are always been the richest people. We. They're gonna tell you, oh no. Christopher Columbus discovered something that was already here. Basically, they're gonna say, oh, Christopher Columbus was the greatest. This discoverer. Our father George Washington. All this crap. That's what they want us to look up to. Okay? And Jesus is white, of course. All this crap. But black people, your heroes are gonna be Toby. Your heroes are gonna be Shaka Zulu. Your heroes are gonna be not even Malcolm, Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, Nat Turner. They don't care that we look up to revolutionary warriors. They don't care. As long as the revolutionary warriors were once slaves, as long as the revolutionary warriors were never enterprising black people, because they don't care if we rise up and start shooting all of them. They don't care because they don't even care about themselves. They don't even care if we wipe out half the white people on the planet. They don't care as long as we don't gain economical power. As long as their worst fear is we gain economical power again. That's their worst fear, is we be in their position and they be in our position. Who the fuck would want to be in our position? Who the fuck? Of course, you're going to protect your position better than being in black people's position. You will even allow half your people to be killed off than to be put in our position. Okay? They are not going to allow themselves to ever be in our position. They will rather die, be wiped completely off the planet, than to ever be in our position, than to ever have their children walking around with their pants hanging onto their butts and twerking, which the children are already doing that, but at the level of our people doing it. Okay, white people would rather die than have that happen. So anyhow, long story short, I'm sure you get it right now. It's a psychological warfare to keep us dumb. Okay, our leaders are Rick Ross. That's our leaders. These are leaders they give us. Jesse Jackson. These are leaders they want us to have. Al Sharpton, Jay-Z, Obama, who said nothing about the black men that are being killed and murdered in the streets, and black women. These are leaders they want us to have. They give us our leaders. They tell us who our leaders are. Okay, we can't even pick our own leaders. We can't even pick the people we want on a $20 bill. Okay, and if we do pick, they give us the choices. They give us the choices. We don't make up our own choices. They say, oh, you could pick between Harriet Tubman, such and such. You could pick any of the slaves to be your great leader. Any of the great slaves, revolutionary, could be a great leader. But it can't be no enterprising black people. Even though Oprah Winfrey be cooning, I'd rather Oprah Winfrey on a $20 or $100 bill, because at least black kids could see enterprising black people. Okay, it's time we get enterprising minds. Okay, entrepreneurial minds. This is their worst fear. They do not fear us rising up for physical warfare because they know they're gonna win. They fear us rising up and fighting back psychologically, fucking up their minds. They fear us rising back and fighting back economically, fucking up their money. That's what they fear. Okay? They don't fear us taking a gun and blowing their brains out. They don't fear that because they know they're going to win. They know they're going to win in a physical warfare. But a psychological warfare, they know they're over. It's done. And they ain't even worrying about no spiritual warfare because they're not spiritual. They're not spiritual. They're fucking, I don't know what the fuck. They're made of sulfur. I don't know what the fuck white people are. I don't know. I honestly don't know what the fuck they are. but they're not spiritual. Okay? That's it. Done.